It's Valentine's Day. I wrote that in the script knowing this video wasn't coming out on that day and I wasn't even going to be recording the audio until tomorrow. To celebrate this holiday, I would like to declare Ramlethal as the best Valentine. Change my mind, I dare you. Anyways, this year the Valentine was on Tuesday, so that means there was an NXT on that same day. Some people felt the love, others not so much, but in the end, one man was more sour than anyone else on this very day, and that man is Grayson Waller. See, on that night, Grayson had a match against former NXT UK champion Tyler Bate, who is unfortunately British, pray for him. Near the end of the match, Grayson Waller tried pinning Tyler Bate by sitting on his face, but he grabbed the ropes while he had him pinned, which is illegal. The referee noticed this and was like, no, you can't do that, no! However, this caused Grayson to turn his attention away from Bate for 2 nanoseconds, which was enough for him to Washington capitalize. He does the roll-up of death, 1, 2, 3, and Tyler Bate becomes Tywer Bate. As for Grayson Waller, instead of taking the L like a true man with big balls, big succulent balls that I would love to suck on, he becomes an ultra mega whiny bitch. He immediately starts complaining to the ref like, "Crikey, that was defo 3, you ain't being a fair gala, you know?" I looked up some Australian slang for that, hopefully it sounded like a real Aussie. Basically, he's being a real silly goose, acting like he did nothing wrong. No, mister, you were performing an illegal move by grabbing the rope. JD McDonough has a detached retina and even he can clearly see what you were doing. Don't act like the ref screwed you over. You're not the Flames. Unfortunately, complaining to the ref about being caught in 4K isn't enough for this man. He also has to bitch about it to his boss, Shawn Michaels. But Shawn wasn't having any of it. He was like, "I'm not sorry. I don't love you. Now get the fuck out before I sweet chin music your candy ass." Okay, that turned into The Rock at the end. Which is perfect for Waller because not only does it to him help his Shawn Michaels bad narrative, which is why his match against Tyler Bate happened in the first place, but it also to him, again, only to him, make it look like this shit is rigged. Which, you know, is very obviously wrong and very stupid of him to think. Like, what are you saying? Are you trying to imply that these matches have a decided winner before they even start? Are you trying to say, like, all of this wrestling as a whole is predetermined? No, that's stupid. WWE would never do that. And you know, if this was the only instance of him acting like this, I would have cut him some slack. I'd think, okay, maybe he's just having a bad day. Maybe he was rooting for the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Or maybe he got his ass kicked in Guilty Gear Strive because someone kept spamming the same move over and over again. Shit happens. But oh look, NXT Vengeance Day. He lost to Braun Breaker and he's still a bitch. So no, this is not a bad day. This is just who he is. But anyways, I'm not a doctor yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and pretend I am and diagnose Grayson Waller. You see, the likely cause of this man's behavior is a mental illness known as fatherless syndrome. Fatherless syndrome is a very real, very serious, very nice, very evil disease that many people all around the world struggle with every day. Like the name suggests, this disease is caused by what is known as daddy deficiency, which is when, usually at a young age, your father goes to get milk. The most common symptom of fatherless syndrome is terminal onlineness, which Grayson Waller definitely is. I mean, come on, while he was getting kicked out of the building, he recorded a fucking video on his phone and immediately posted it to Twitter. Anyone that even has a Twitter account is a sad, pathetic loser by default. Hey, wait a sec. So that's bad enough as is, but the fact that he's venting about his problems on the Bird app, like, should we even bother helping him at that point? I personally don't think so. It's called terminal onlineness for a reason. You just gotta put him down, take him out back, and, you know, Old Yeller him. But nonetheless, I will still give Shawn Michaels some advice on what he can do to fix Waller since, I mean, he was in Quincy Elliott's Twitter space, so he could be watching this video. Option 1, take him to the doctor so they can prescribe him with normal pills. Or, option 2, tell him to touch grass. If you do the latter, Grayson Waller will either realize, gosh, ain't I repulsive, and immediately become a functioning member of society, or he will become so outraged by your demands that he will transform into an amoeba. Either way, I hope one of these options helps you with your Grayson Waller problem. But if it were up to me, I would just put him down. Like, yeah, I know it's murder, but I'm already wanted for various war crimes in multiple countries, so like, this is nothing for me.